Yeah, buddy, what is up? Welcome to Duct Tape Dynasty. I am the Duct Tape Dude.
I'm the dude.
And we're back. It's Thursday night. We're here again. I can't help but notice the date in the bottom left, right of the screen. I guess right of the screen if you're watching it, left if you're me and looking at the screen. A day that the world thought would divide us, but the next day we very much were unified. Like yesterday is a day that was intended to divide us. I hope today and every day forward we're much more unified because of the actions that took place yesterday. Didn't know I was going to say that to start the show, but that just happened. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, before we get started, forgive me. I'm not only bummed out by everything that's going on, but I'm also extremely tired, a little bit under the weather. But nonetheless, we're here for a football show, so hopefully we can enjoy that and find some joy in what's left of today. So anyway, before we get started, minimize that screen, hit that subscribe button. If you're not already a subscriber, if you are a subscriber, hit that like button. I hit the like button. It only shows one like. That's usually the case. I'm about the only one that likes my own show. That's how awesome I am. Anyway, you keep hearing me say we, but you only see me. So let's bring them on, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, them, the double commentator, the Ag Man and his missus, the Riz. How are y'all?
Good.
Good?
I need the show. I had a long day. It's been a weird week and a long day. It is showtime.
Yeah, no kidding. Football is at hand, and that which, you know, like I said in the very beginning, a day that was quite tragic in history. We found ourselves shortly thereafter united around a World Series game, I think, and in somewhat similar fashion, we're hopefully united by a football game tonight. So something we love. But yeah, before in wake of all the chaos, was the week otherwise okay for y'all? I mean, I guess it's not over.
It was just kind of an off week. Just not that it was bad. There was just kind of a weird vibe across the board.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was just, eh.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, that's. How about for Riz? Any different for you, or has it just the whole theme or whatever, the tone of the school has just been meh this week?
No, I've just had some weird ass tech help requests come through.
Yeah, you have.
It's been odd.
Oh,
It's
great.
Been a weird week.
Great. Well, yeah, like I said in the beginning, I don't feel all that great. The last couple days I've left work early. But I was like, oh, I'm already exhausted because I've been up since, I think 24 hours now. Because I'm back on the night,
right.
Yeah, the night schedule, which is, I don't know why I did that. You know, I bet when I was scheduling this, I was like, oh, that'd be such a great idea. I can watch football, but then I sleep all day.
Just ass out as soon as the show is done.
You know, and so as soon as this is over, I'm going to drag the chair out that's over there, that's usually back here, and try to watch this game, but that thing's got a recline feature on it, which probably means it's going to be a sleeping location while the game is on in the background. Yeah,
but it's your Friday though, is it not?
It is. I am.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm off for the next 2 days, but day and a half because I got to go to sleep halfway through one of them. But
right.
But nonetheless, like you said, should be able to kick back, and if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. It's not the Chargers. Although, even if I would have had the chance to watch the Chargers last week, I doubt I wouldn't. I doubt I would have because they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs last week, something we'll get into, the result of which I will have or would have wished I had seen it, much like the Sunday night game, which was the first game where I was like, oh, well, I'm going to miss that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, but that Sunday night game was one that's like,
Oh,
you know, a couple years ago, I can't remember if it was Bills and and the Ravens or who it was, but it was one of those games, or maybe it was Kansas City and somebody, where it was like, that is an instant all-time classic. No, it was Kansas City, the Bills. It was the old Mahomes and Allen kind of started what is Brady and
their playoff
and Manning,
their rivalry playoff thing.
Yeah, they they had one that was just for the ages, and that's what that game felt like it was for the Bills last week. I didn't get to see it. Were you all watching it?
Yeah, actually, we were watching it, and I was typing up the results because for this show, I'm usually kind of like the results tally guy, especially when you're out working.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, cool. This is the rankings, the records for everybody, because we just started the season, and like our weekly awards we do amongst each other. And I had it all typed up. I had it all figured out. It was going to be like this person's first, tied for whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they started scoring more, and I'm like, never mind. I'm not sending this. I deleted the entire message.
Wait a minute.
Went back and recalculated everything.
Hold. I didn't even check levels. I'm sorry if their volume isn't very good. I haven't been very attentive with that. But anyway, sorry. Continue. That's my problem, not yours. I should have just shut up. And
no, you're good. I had to recheck everything because of the last 4 minutes.
Well, I'm glad it was you rechecking it, because if I had tried,
oh man,
yeah.
Might have been rough.
I would have messed it up. Kind of like, although I am glad I said what I said during the beginning, I hope it made sense. I didn't know I was going to say what I said in the beginning. I think
the people know. It was too big of a thing to not know. So I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah. So, one thing that I did fail to mention, though, which would have been very applicable to tonight, and that's why I'm kind of calling back to it, is the fact that one of the reasons to subscribe to this show is the fact that, we haven't checked this out. Oh, we're still 3 away.
We're still at 297.
We need literally 3 more subscriptions.
3 random people on the internet.
Like, we should just, us 3 during the show, make 3 random accounts, subscribe, and then we can give this sucker away.
So we win our own thing?
Yeah, why not? But what we have is, in fact, now it's going to cut you guys off. You'll cut out of the screen because, like I said, usually I'm supposed to say it in the beginning. The old Marv Fleming jersey. Marv Fleming, for those who don't know, is a Super Bowl I champion who also happens to be a Green Bay Packer, retired now. Obviously, we're a few Super Bowls beyond one at this point, but he signed a jersey for us, although he didn't know he was signing it for us at the time, but we have it. How about that? And we want to give it away because... as you can see, my background's blue. I'm a Charger fan. I don't know if you could see him over my shoulder, whatever the one that is, but there's a stormtrooper right here. He has the bolts.
Charger trooper.
The Charge trooper. He has the bolts over the head. Thus the reason for the blue in my background. Y'all are purple, which explains why you all don't want the jersey, because it's a Green Bay Packers, the most tarnished thing that could ever be in your household. So
not the most, but it's top 3.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
If we had something from the other school and
never mind.
Oh, yes. Well,
that would be the worst.
That
I
would
say,
go
if there's an ASU thing in here.
either way. Anyway, so. Anyway, Vikings fans there, Charger fan here. Either way, we're not Green Bay Packers fans, but regardless if you are or are not, you should be a football fan if you're watching this show. It's a
cool piece of history, that's for sure.
I mean, this dude was literally a Super Bowl I champion. How many other people could say that? Like, not a lot of people in the world. And we have a signed jersey, which we will be giving away just 3 subscribers from
3 subscribers.
Well, really, if the deal is if we hit 300 subs during the season, for God's sakes, I hope we can hit 300.
3
subs in a year
over 17 remaining weeks. If we don't hit
that's just the regular season, dude. You got to think we've also got the playoffs, the Super Bowl.
Season.
Wait,
last season we were at we got to 250.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Anyway, I said playoffs,
you
so
were
I had to play it.
250 last season.
Oh my gosh, that's right. You were once.
We missed it.
You were in the parts unknown. I didn't even know who you were. He knew.
Nope.
He knew, but he was keeping a secret at that point. So anyway, okay, so we've talked about the week. We talked about your week. You know what? I hope you coached Riz up on it because I didn't before we got started.
I did not tell her the
Well,
method of the honor roll.
Then you and I are going to take it. You and I are going to take it.
We're going to take it, and
Next
hopefully
time,
if you want to come on future shows, you can run with it too.
And I'm actually going to start us off, although you remember what I bitch about every time, right? Is I can't read the stupid thing because it takes 20 seconds to pop up on my screen.
That's 100% fact. He cannot read that. I have seen his setup, and it is tiny.
Like it's a MacBook Air, which is the smaller version of MacBook anyway. But then it is my limited display because it has the software for the show on it that's running, and then you've got the two screens of us on there which are even smaller, and then
Josh, we need to get you an actual monitor
like it's
set over there.
Well, I do have a monitor, but I keep the YouTube comments over here. Otherwise, I'm sitting there the whole time doing this.
He just needs a Tony Stark setup so he can do the wake up, daddy's home, and then it all just like wakes up.
I should just spend the money and get it. But anyway, okay, so now I've pulled it up over here so I can actually see it. So what we do is we start us off with the honor roll, as we explained during the last week's show. 4 players that we nominate can be players, can be referees, can be really anything. It could be a freaking cat on the field if we had a show during that year.
Could be Blue for being an absolute menace.
No shit.
That guy's fantastic.
Shut up.
Anyway,
we will. Don't worry.
Okay.
There's still time.
Yeah, there's many weeks to go. Anyway, so the honor roll, 4 people that we all nominate, and then the folks out there that watch the show get to vote on and tell us who the honor roll nominee of the week was for that week, of which we announced last thing on the show. So let me start us off, and this is the reason why. Number 1, honor roll nominee numero uno, partially to do with the fact that their game was one of the first of the season, but also because it's my boy, and he did all right. So Justin Herbert, 25 of 34, 318 yards, triple in the touchdown category, the throwing kind, didn't run any in on his own. 131.7 rating, which I think was number 2 for the week, only behind like Josh Allen, I think. And he might be on this list as well.
Yeah, so that's up there for sure.
So, in fact, with that, let's go to honor roll. No, oh yeah, Justin Herbert, you sir are on a roll. No, the old bully.
Yeah, that was a bully thing, and he masterclassed.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I talked to Bully. Bully's going to come back on the show, man. He's coming back this year.
Yeah, he's got to.
Wait, did you say who? Did you say who?
Oh yeah, you haven't seen Bully.
You don't
Bully was
know.
off the show when you joined in last season.
Yeah. Bully was Bully. He is a national treasure,
Gil,
man.
that we are excited about is Bully's cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cousin Gil, and man, Bully is absolute gold. I love that guy. But yes, I've talked to him. He's coming back on the show. So
heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Right, but our second one, Josh Allen, if you have the graphic up.
Hang on, I got to fast forward the show here.
Maybe not.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Click the button, Leet. Hang on. Well, screw it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Did we just say the same thing at the same time? All right, go.
Did we just become best friends?
Number 2. Go for it. For God's sake, start talking.
This is such a professional outfit. Josh Allen, 33 of 46. He did solid. 394 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 with his legs. He ran it in. He said, screw it, I'm taking this team and winning this game. Although Matt Prater did it.
I'll do it live.
And 112 rating. He was actually second to what Justin Herbert was at 113. So Justin Herbert might have had the pass rating of the week. But Josh Allen,
somebody else did.
You, sir, with Sunday Night Football and the 20th year of Sunday Night Football, you and them are on a roll.
Yes, absolutely. And on the other side of the ball that night looked like he was going to be in the win column, although the man behind him there and the man we just talked about ended up in that category. Mr. Derrick Henry, of which I once again have the wrong thing displayed over here. So come on. Come up on the screen. Come up on this. What does that say? 18 rushes, I think. There it is. Thank you. 18 rushes, 169 yards, 2 tutties, to include a 49-yard long run, and he
This
broke
mountain
another
of a
one.
man was moving.
Yeah, he either caught another ball that was a massive gain or ran another ball that was a massive gain. And I mean, this guy, yeah, absolutely on a roll.
He's a cheat code for fantasy. So whoever drafted him, I forget who,
he is
got themselves some points.
He is, a machine. Anyway, yeah, on a roll, absolutely. Whoop, there it is. All right, a final dude. You go for it. Guy used to be on your team anyway. No, not your team. What am I
No,
talking
he was
about?
not on my team. He was
on a buddy of
the
mine's
Seattle
team.
Seahawks
Yeah.
last year. He's now with the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Got Geno Smith, 24-34. So 24 completions for 34 pass attempts, 362 yards, just one touchdown on the day. But the Raiders had a pretty great performance, and he came out with a 102.8 rating. So Geno Smith, on your new team, you, sir, are on a roll.
Absolutely. So anyway, there you go. There's our 4 honor roll nominees of the week. Like we said, it was voted on by you all. We have the results. We have not released them because that is what the last thing on the show is. So,
Oh, and one thing I forgot to say earlier.
there it is.
Hi, Mom.
There it is. Yep. Whoop, there it is. So anyway, she is in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Katie, AKA his mom. Okay, so yeah, there's our honor roll nominees. I've beaten that dead horse. Speaking of beaten horses, that was bad. The
Pretty
wins
sure
and
both horse
losses.
teams won.
Yeah, a bunch of wins and losses happened last week. Specifically 16, of which you get it. There was however many, that 13, 10, 9, 8. There we go. That's the number. 8 in each category. Of which, gosh, okay, let me just go through them. The Philly, we saw that one coming, beating the Cowboys.
I was nervous at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie.
Cowboys, yeah, they actually put on a decent performance, and I think that'll show in this week's picks, to be determined. But really, the surprise of the week, I think, it's hard to say otherwise based upon our results and picks, is that second game, of which I was not a believer. I rarely am. What did I
wasn't
say?
either. Neither of us were.
Anyway, yeah, nobody was a believer except for one guy who we called a homer, or at least I did. A believer in my team, the San Diego Chargers, I almost said. So the Los Angeles Chargers actually got the win. Really, that was the big surprise. I mean, by the picks, yeah, the Colts were a surprise, but that's nowhere near as big a surprise as the Chiefs. Was it? I mean,
honestly, I was kind of more surprised by the Colts score because I didn't think that they would have beaten them that badly.
Yeah, the score.
The Chargers are primed to do better, and I think the Chiefs are like half a step worse than they were last year. But even still, it's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I think we'll find out this week what kind of team they definitely are. It's hard.
I hope they didn't lose their mojo.
Yeah, well, who knows? Who knows what happens
They did.
going
That would
forward?
be great for everyone else.
Yeah.
It would be, honestly.
It's okay. It's time for another team to move in there, and
Definitely.
let's start on the new whatever you call
I'm
that,
not even
dynasty,
like
all that
their
good
number
stuff.
one fan, but let's go Buffalo. Like, it's their time. They've been right there
Oh my gosh,
for so
I've been
long.
waiting for that for so long. We all have, I think. I mean, we all were on the Lamar train for a while, but now it seems like Josh Allen in Buffalo, who's always been there as a favorite, it's like, yes, it's their rite of passage.
They just can't get it done at the last second.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Or the overtime rules screw them over,
Yeah, it would be so sweet to put that whole thing to bed now, the 0 for 4, and just win it with their last
Yes, it
year.
would.
And, yeah,
It
this
really
stadium,
would be nice to put an 0 for 4 to bed.
Yeah. Well, sorry about it.
I'm a Vikings fan.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't as bad or as triumphant,
Not 4
whatever
in a
you want
row.
to call it, is their 0 for 4. So now, Riz, where are you in your football knowledge and digestion thus far? When we say 0 for 4 on the Bills, you're totally aware of what that's all about? Do you know no? She's given a look that I'm not sure. So
This is making me look terrible. So, quick history lesson. In the 90s, the Buffalo Bills made it to 4 consecutive Super Bowls and lost all 4 of them.
So the joke was
Okay,
they switched
that's
their zip
foul.
code to 044. Yeah, anyway,
Right.
that's what
Poor
we were
dude.
saying.
The Vikings are 0 for 4. They've been to 4 Super Bowls. They've lost all 4, but it was not 4 consecutive. So the Bills one is a little worse because
That's
it was
so
4 in a
rough.
row.
Or you could say that the Chargers one is worse because it's 0 for 1. We've only been there one time. Although there's still a
They
team
got
or
beat
two
by
out
Joe
there.
Montana and
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Niners, though, so you can't be that mad.
there's still a team or two out there who haven't been at all. So at least we were there once, and I was alive for it. So anyway, so there you go. There's the results of the week. The Vikings ended the week on the happy note there.
I was so scared.
Yes.
I turned the game off. I actually shut the game off. We were
Oh
down
my gosh.
17-6 or whatever. I'm like, this is stupid. The pick 6 just happened. I said, screw this. I shut the game off. I'm like, I'm the reason we're losing. And then I check my fantasy app 30 minutes later, whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, we're winning. So I turn it back on and catch like the last 2 minutes.
So you are like a pretty big homer. You're not as maybe as big a homer as Blake is, but we don't know yet. Jury's still out on Blake
see.
because
We'll
he
have
won
to see.
last week. So, you know, you got your Monday night game last week, which way to start it, you know, I mean, wow. And we basically were a Thursday night game. Now you guys don't have a Thursday night game this week, but we have the Monday night game, we being the Chargers. So, or
We have Sunday
one
night
of
football this week.
Yeah, that's right. You all go to Sunday night. That's right. So,
2
anyway,
weeks of prime time.
Woo.
let's
go.
talk about it. Now, you actually, without my consent, and so I had to agree to it later. I'm just messing with you, but you created a new award category. Do you want to tell the folks before we get off this screen? First, explain again what a flyer is, since we're only in week 2, and then what that new award category. And you might as well claim the winner as well of the first ever, the inaugural.
The award I came up with, just because we had so many flyers, I said, you know what, we should probably, like, if they work out, kind of give them some kudos. So I came up with an award that was, I called it Flyer Royalty of the Week, but we might just call it Flyer Queen of the Week and leave it at that.
Yeah, no,
But
I've
with
made
that,
an executive decision there.
A flyer is if someone in our 7 people, you can see the 7 pickers on the side there, if 1 or 2 pick a team and then the majority, like 5 or more, pick the other, they are the flyer. Those 2 that went against the grain, they are the flyers. So as you can see on the graphic for last week, a lot of orange check marks. Blake was very much in contention for the award. Riss, you were up there too with 3 of them. And then Robbie was there with quite a few. Dan had 1.
Yeah,
We'll see what it looks like this week. But I went off the fact and awarded this award to our first week 1 outright winner of the week, that being Robbie. Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
Oh, very nice.
So Robbie is our winner of the week, and he's our flyer queen of the week because he had the most flyer picks that actually worked out.
Very
Did he
nice.
have the most flyer picks? No. But he
you
had
gotta-
the most
you gotta-
flyer wins and the
Yeah.
least flyer losses together.
There you
So
go.
you were in contention with the most that got right, but you had 1 more wrong than Robbie did.
Now,
So he
I
got
don't
the
know.
award
I
because
might
he
have
had
a
the least
clap.
wrong.
I might have a clap track.
Emotional,
No, that's not it.
damn it.
That's not the one.
That's what Robbie's win caused all of us.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. There's the way the week worked out. Oh man! All right, Robbie, not only the flyer queen of the week, but also the outright king of the week. There, 13-2.
He almost tied
overall.
with Dave. If Baltimore would have won, he would have tied with Dave, no matter what.
Yeah,
But with that Buffalo win, he won the week regardless of what happened on Monday. So he was crowned our winner and our flyer queen on Sunday night. Monday didn't even matter.
Yep. So, and then you see a couple of us, both of us were on the podium last year, yourself being the champion at 12-3. Then Dan and a gaggle came in at 11-4, which includes yourself, Riz. So nice first week of picks. And then old Blake down there at 10-5. Now, we talked about the lean being, Agman explained that there's 7 pickers. Well, so we can never have an even number split. We can never have 4 and 4 because that equals 8. So there can't be 4 of us that pick each side of a game. It's always going to be lumped one side or the other. So we call that the lean. Whichever way has more votes is the way we lean. I mean, it just makes sense. The lean then is 12-3. So that was from last
we tied
week.
it.
Yeah, not bad. That's always good when you could stay on par or ahead of the lean. So, yeah. Anyway, and as I explained last week, and really, you know what? I should have had the old. Dang it! I deleted the slide right before we started. I had our old scoring system, and it included a line graph, and you could see how during the first 5 weeks of the season it just tanks, and that's because everything you kind of figure out who the teams are, what each team is within that first 5 weeks. So, if you can stay on or ahead of the lean in that time, you're doing really, really good. So it's usually a matter of trying to catch back up to the lean by the time the season's over. So
we were all really close for this week too. I was surprised that there wasn't as much like big gaps, because last season I think I remember Dave was pretty far ahead of. I don't even remember who was the bottom of the league at week 1. It might have been one of us if we're being honest, but I just don't. It was a pretty big difference. We were all within one game of each other for the most part going down the line for this week, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. Wait, bring out the runs for week 1. Nice. Okay, sorry. Yeah, by the way, interactive show. Make sure you throw your comments in there. I see you out there, Mountains of Montana. Yeah, what's up? Although you had a message retracted. Oh, you must have retracted that one, though. Last year we had messages deleted at random. It was like, how is this happening?
Yeah, Dave was saying stuff and I couldn't see it in the comments.
Yeah,
and,
it was all
some
sorts of weird stuff.
Because I saw it, but he didn't.
Yeah,
But he didn't see. I was seeing all the stuff Dave was saying, and it's Dave, so it was not made for kids.
Yeah,
and it was really weird what was going on last season. I don't know what we were doing.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Normally we would then go to the season standings, but since there's only been one week,
these are the season standings.
Yeah, that is the it is a mirror right now. That is also the season standings. So let's just get to the new games of the week. It's going to be another quick show this week, although I managed to blab all the way to an hour last week. Hopefully we won't do that to you this week. And yeah, let me just keep on moving. So let's get to the games of this week and see how the split is. We begin the week with, as we said, a closest we can come to a perfect split, which is a 4-3 split. 4 of us going for Green Bay tonight in this Thursday night game. 3 of y'all going with the Washington Commanders. And I say y'all because I actually went the way of Green Bay. I am not quite sure why. Maybe it's because it's in Lambeau, although I don't think Lambeau's as much of a factor as it is late in the season. Nonetheless, you guys were both right. That has both y'all for Washington. You couldn't pick Green Bay, so yeah.
No, I personally can't pick Green Bay unless it's obvious against them, or obvious like they're gonna win, like if they played New Orleans or something. But I don't know. I this one is like you got to figure out what the team is, at least for me. I don't know why you picked picked Washington, if it was just an anti-Green Bay thing.
No, I'm just not feeling Green Bay this week.
Fair.
I don't know what it is. I'm not feeling Green Bay.
That's fair. I have Jaden Daniels on my fantasy team, so I hope Washington does really well.
Yeah.
That's not why I picked them, though. I picked them just because they were so hot last year. They made it to the NFC title game, and they came out firing like crazy last week. They were playing the Giants, so take that for what you will. But the Packers played the Lions last week, and it looked like the same old Lions, and not these new Lions now. So new Lions as they're 3-4 years into success.
Yeah.
But Green Bay at home is a factor. I don't know if it's the factor anymore. but they also have Micah Parsons. So I don't know. Like, we're going to find out. I'm hoping that Jaden Daniels is going to do good. And you know what? With today being what it was and yesterday being what it was, I hope Washington prevails.
You know, I should have taken into account the 9/11 factor. Although many people would like to think, or maybe not, I don't know, that I would make my picks based on where everybody else sits. The fact that I don't think I've won the league except for the very first year ever it was in existence. I think that speaks for itself. But yeah, I don't judge or make my picks based upon what everybody else does, although my check mark is conveniently at the end there on the ones where we all pick the same team. So, but then again, you're right next to me there, Agman, in the blue check mark. So you're guilty if I am.
For most of them.
Yeah. So, but it is also, you know, the other person who's on Washington with y'all is the other Vikings person in our group,
Is Dave.
which is Dave.
So you know what?
All the
I'm okay with that company. I don't mind.
yeah. So, you know, maybe if I had taken into account the 9/11 factor, I think I'd probably switch that. But I don't even, you know, until I was making the date update for this show, I didn't even, you know, today started for me on the 10th. So it's still kind of the 10th in my mind, although it's been the 11th all day. So anyway, yeah. Let's see what else we got out there. Really,
right.
I mean,
Dano.
Yeah, Dano's.
You got to explain yourself right away.
Yeah,
I know you were in the comments earlier. I don't know
was.
if you're still there, but come on, man.
I asked him if he wanted to
Weird.
co-host today, and he said he couldn't. So, although he made a stop in there, I haven't seen him since. So, I don't know if he's still out there. If you are, give us a shout out, Dano. Let us know. But let's see, where else do we have kind of flyers? Or I'm looking for you guys specifically, but really, you guys aren't out there, nor am I on anything.
Flyer on Eagles, Kansas City.
We only flew on tonight, really, in comparison to you, I suppose. We're pretty in lockstep
Yeah,
the whole rest of the way.
yeah.
What
We
I'm
are.
curious about, though, just to see what happens, is we all picked Dallas.
Yep.
I think we did that because none of us could give our support to Russell Wilson, and just knowing that the
Old
Giants
heinies.
are a dumpster fire. But I don't know if us having a unanimous Detroit pick is really a safe pick anymore.
I don't know. I don't know what the Bears are. They put up
They
a
came
fight
out
against,
looking really good,
Yeah.
as much as I hate to say that, on Monday night.
yeah, and I don't know how much a factor that is with the JJ McCarthy brand new kind of deal. Although he's not a rookie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really, he's brand new to taking these are his rookie snaps out there, game snaps.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Bears are, but they haven't been anything yet in a very, very, very well, really since 1985. Of which, Riz, if you do not know about the 1985 Bears, make this man educate you. You absolutely need to
She
know.
would fall asleep before I got
Whatever.
through
Tell her about
most of it.
Sweetness, for the love of God.
Oh, yeah.
That is the
Walter
Michael
Payton.
Jordan of the NFL, albeit Tom Brady. Okay, you know, but as far as I guess quarterback is a skill position, but really quarterback's its own kind of league out there. So really for the skill positions, which is your receivers, tight ends, running backs, the Sweetness, as they called him, was the greatest ever. And even Emmitt Smith
Walter Payton
would tell you that the Sweetness is the greatest himself, which that is the other person they argue. Emmitt Smith could be, oh my gosh, I'm just going to go on forever. For the love of God, man, do your, I almost said husbandly duties. Sorry. That's
you were
not
gonna
a
say do
get
your
ahead
job. I
of
was like-
ourselves there. But, you know, do your part, Andrew. Bring this lady in appropriately and educate her. For the love of God.
She will
He is
have
doing you a
it all
disservice.
educated before we walk into your home. in
Although I
November.
do appreciate you took F1 as a priority for her, so I can appreciate that. Especially since at the end of these midnight shifts, I pause for station identification. I will be going to an F1 race in Tejas. It just felt right. It was the most exciting.
And I get to go to a
clip.
teachers conference that weekend.
And I get to be home.
Emotional damage.
There you go. See, it was perfectly timed in between you where, anyway.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else to talk about with the games unless Dan was on here with us because he's the only potential flyer queen out there. I mean, Dan is literally, he's a flyer on the Chiefs. He's a flyer on...
Robbie's got 3. Dan has 1, 2, 3. Because him and Robbie flew together on... Oh, no, Robbie's got 1.
Dan's got 4 then because Dan's all alone on one of them. Or no?
Dan's alone on Tennessee. He flew alone on Kansas City. Yeah.
And
then he's flying with Robbie on Houston. Because he won't pick Baker Mayfield.
Yep. And Robbie, the only other flyer Robbie... Robbie is a... Okay.
Robbie's got 3. Never mind. Dave is flying... So, Dave only has 1 and Blake only has 1 this week.
Okay, so... Let's talk about this game then. I mean, I don't want to talk about Tennessee. That's just lame. So really,
the Rams should have that one pretty easily.
Yeah. So really, Tua versus Drake May. That's one of them you could talk about. Then you could talk about what we saw versus the Dolphins. Reference
the horse fight.
The Colts. Was that any good? Yeah, you got the horse fight. That's a great way to call that one. What's Denver? What are the Colts? The Colts looked great. Are they real? Really, is anybody real at this moment? We all went with the Chargers. I don't know. I mean, it's so hard. But then Dan went and
picked Kansas City, and it's a Super Bowl rematch.
But how do you? Yeah, I mean, you can never. Well, in today's day and age, you can't fault anybody for ever picking the Chiefs.
No, you can't. And I wish Dan was here because Dan, you think I do research going into this and whatnot, which I really kind of don't.
Holy cow, Dan is. Yeah.
Dan is a research nut.
Yeah.
He will go through and be like, yards per game and points per game and going through the hit. I'll do my history and say okay, the Vikings and Niners, we'll say this for example, the Vikings haven't lost to the Niners at home and whatever. I'll do that research, but he does the statistics.
Well, and he just spouts them out. I think I've made him turn the camera around and prove that he didn't have his wife holding up whiteboards for him or something, during the show. How are you recalling all this stuff? He just knows.
And then he hangs up on himself.
Yeah, and then the only thing he can't do is operate a set of AirPods. So
he's got a new setup, though. I hear he's got our kind of setup, which will be nice.
I say it's okay. I got tech support.
Yeah, no
true.
kidding.
We do have tech support on this show.
You might have to call up old Dano and get his program running there. So, anyway, CJ Stroud, what did he do last week? Did he do anything? I don't even remember.
They lost to the Rams, but I think it was a really close loss. It was one of those ones where Houston outplayed LA, but LA got lucky, I think is how it was. So
okay,
I think that was probably one of my tougher games to pick because I didn't know. That came down to a literal coin flip. I'm like, who am I going to pick? And my coin flip and also my gut were saying Tampa Bay was going to win. Yeah. Even though Houston, who knows? Yeah. They have a very good defense, so who knows what they're going to do.
I got players on Tampa, so.
That's true. You have a very Tampa-heavy fantasy team.
Well,
I don't know why. It's just what spouted out on the thing. I guess.
Did you win last week? I didn't. Did you guys win?
Dean had Lamar Jackson and then a bunch of scrubs. Oh. So Lamar won for him.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we don't keep track of it on here, but we do have a fantasy league that we usually do at least a draft show for, but we didn't this year. So anyway,
we've done updates here and there, but it just depends on how busy and newsworthy the week is. If we actually decide to cover it. So,
of which, once I get done with the midnights, I'll have to, I claimed all this, we're going to be different this year. We're going to have, news stuff and all that. Well, we will. Just let me get through these midnight
it'll
shifts,
be there.
you know. So
It takes the first 5 weeks to really figure out what we are too.
yeah, you know, we
So-
got to get settled back into things anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's it. I mean, like I said, not a lot to talk about as far as games. There's a game about to come up that's really one of the more intriguing games of the week. Honestly, which is good for Thursday night football. You know, Amazon, when they first got Thursday night football, boy, they got the crappiest
Everyone
slate
was
of games.
very,
there.
very unsure on it, and they had that first season was
It was
awful.
so bad.
It
Yeah.
was like, we're gonna play the Jets versus the Bears on Thursday night, and it's like no one's gonna watch this.
Yep, and nobody
I don't
did.
care if you have one of the best commentators ever to do it. No one's gonna watch this garbage. And now they have some like heavy hitter games.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like
look
they
at
have
tonight.
stuff that matters.
yeah, tonight's gonna matter. So that's a good game. That's a good game. I'm excited for it. So hopefully I can stay awake for at least kickoff. See, I'm gonna show you. I knew it was gonna happen. Sorry
You
about
struggling?
it. Yeah, my Red Bull I drank right before the show is definitely worn off right about that moment. Anyway. Yeah. So, okay. What the heck? Let's just move it on then. There's only one thing left to do, and that's name the honor roll champ. And as much as I wanted it to be Herbert this week, it was not. It was Josh Allen. Josh Allen by a vote. So he was 2 ahead. Yeah, I would have done mine, but it says this.
Emotional damage.
So I guess that's emotional damage for me because it's not Justin Herbert. So yeah, Josh Allen, you're absolutely on a roll. You know, hey, what do you think about the little gold NFL emblem for the offensive rookie of the year, the defensive rookie of the year, and the
Okay, that's what that's for.
Yeah.
I saw that like it's one of 7 people or one of 4 people in the league wearing it. I'm like, I don't know what this is for.
yeah,
It's
And I
the-
don't pay attention.
it's
It's
MVP.
the NFL honors winners from last year. So like the ones that won most valuable player, all that stuff. Apparently, right here on the collar, there's the NFL emblem on all
Oh yeah,
jerseys.
so they just made them gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which I didn't.
okay.
That's actually kind of a cool thing because
I like it.
usually they do.
That's a good way to,
I like it.
just bring it up a little bit.
I think
Like,
they
hey,
should do
these
it-
people were cool last year. Pay attention.
I think they should do it for, and I think they will if they. I mean, really.
Like the Super Bowl team.
Well, I mean,
they
they could
should.
do that. They could do
They should
that,
do
or
something.
have a special one for the Super Bowl team, or at least the champion. They should definitely have one.
Right.
But I would say all the NFL award winners, you know.
Nominees.
I wouldn't say nominees because it's like, okay, now it would be like
There's a lot of
every other
nominees.
guy has one. But
That's
at least
fair.
the winners, like, does the Walter Payton Man of the Year, is that one of the 4?
They get the weird little Walter
Yeah, they
Payton
get that
statue
thing,
patch
so-
on their
Which,
jersey.
who is Walter
And then
Payton? Who's Walter Payton?
He's the Bears
Huh?
running back from 1985.
There you go.
Oh, okay,
Sweetness.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh.
And then, but I do like they still do the thing with the captain's patches on the NFL teams. If you've been a captain for I think 4+ years, regardless of what team you're on, I guess,
Yep.
you get a gold captaincy on your jersey.
fun.
Versus like, and then they have stars underneath it to prove how many times they've been voted captain. So if they're a first-time captain, they have like a white C with a 1 star below it.
Yep.
And then they have your decorated veterans, we'll call them in the league, whether they've won or not. They have their gold captain's patches because they've been in the league for a long time. So
Yeah. It's voted on by their teammates. That's the big thing about being a captain. You don't get
yep.
the coach doesn't say this is our team captain. It's voted on by the players. So a
And
lot
even
of
the
times,
number, the number of captains is voted on. Like the Vikings have like 7 team captains, 7 or 8, and then some teams might have like 4, and some It
Of
really
which-
just depends.
is Jefferson one of the captains? I mean, because you've
Yep.
always got and
Jefferson's one of them. McCarthy's actually one of them.
and you usually pretty much your starting quarterback is almost always going to be one of the starting captains.
Right. Unless they're a really I'll say unless they're a rookie, because sometimes the rookies aren't captains. But I mean,
Yeah.
McCarthy is like a rookie asterisk because he's year 2.
Yeah,
but
this is his.
he's not a rookie anymore.
Ricky.
But,
It's one of those things, but it's pretty cool to see, and just seeing how things roll out. And I'm very curious. I haven't seen any alternate uniforms yet, so we'll see when those start getting rolled out.
Yep.
When the rivalries start getting rolled out for good or ill.
I'm curious to see him.
I'm excited for him. I'm
I hope they look better in live action. At least like, I think
there were some sweet
going
ones.
back on what we said. Arizona's actually looks fairly decent when you look at it in a good light.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sucked.
It
at
does
their
look like a
photos.
tortilla, but still.
I was gonna say, it looks like
That's
Stinger
not a bad
tortilla.
call. That is definitely a tortilla looking. At least the color pattern thing going on with the.
Yeah.
The pictures I used in our graphic for the Sergio show. If you haven't watched that yet, go back and watch it.
That's always a great show. I love that show.
It sucked. That jersey or that graphic sucked because the cameraman was terrible, and then like a week later they actually released decent quality pictures.
Yeah.
So
well,
I was a little upset.
We had to build the pictures or build the graphics for the show the day before the show, so there was nothing out there to choose from. So I say you did the graphics, but I wanted to say because it wasn't your fault that one sucked. The picture sucked, not the graphic. But anyway, but the reason I brought up Justin Jefferson specifically as a captain is because to bring it full circle with how I kind of started the show. Did you see what he pledged or whatnot? Reference the Charlie Kirk thing.
I missed it. No, I didn't see that.
He pledged to put, and I don't think Charlie Kirk's kids would have had trouble with it anyway, because Charlie Kirk's organization is Turning Point USA, which is a on-campus, at least it started that way, organization. But Jefferson said, hey, I'm going to pay for these girls' school and all that stuff going forward. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, like he came out, and that's one of the things, had it not been a nightmare mid-shift, been up for 24 some odd hours, that would have been in the news clips from today's show, is that thing that I saw out there about him. I sent it to Mary at least, but I saw it on TikTok, and so I didn't send it to you because you don't have TikTok because you live in Montana and you can't have it. So anyway, shoot. What's that?
Great on him.
Yeah, that's pretty good move. Yep. So anyway, you guys got anything else before we wrap this thing up and kind of call it a day here and go watch some football?
Not really. I mean, it's just kind of a weekend where we've got some stuff going on. We've got to go shopping, but
okay.
Hey, it's the end of the week starting tomorrow, so that's a plus.
Yeah, it's the end of the week now for me today, so I'm excited about it. At least that part of it. So
heck yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, for those who don't know, this is our social slide. Just take a screenshot of this right here. Go back to any one of these socials and just hold your thumb, finger, whatever on that QR code, and it'll take you to where that goes. Obviously, the YouTube link goes to the YouTube show, etc., etc. So with that, last week I said I'd get us out of here on time. I didn't really manage to. I'm doing a better job this week, although it's still tight. So anyway, let's get the heck out of here. You guys are the absolute best. We love y'all. Remember to spread love, not hate. And let's get out of here. Let's go watch some football. And have a great week. Love y'all.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.